Hello and welcome back to another DIY video. Today we're going to be working on this 2014 Audi Q5. This is a 3-liter version, so this is supercharged. I'm going to be replacing the front brake pads. Before we get started, make sure you give me that thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel in the bottom right hand corner, and we'll go over some items needed here in just a moment. So the parts that I'm going to use these Brembo front brake pads right there. That's the part number in the frame. And then of course the brake wear sensor is right next to it. Actually, let me zoom in. You can go with whatever brand you want. I chose this one right here for the front brake pad sensor. And of course I just went with Brembo's just because I like their products. Let's get started. First, you want to go ahead and pop your hood. We're going to go over to the driver's side door. Driver's side door. Pop the hood. Let's go over to the front. So now going over to the front of the vehicle, there's a little lever right there. You should be able to see it in the frame. Push it up and the hood comes right up. Fully exposed. So now from the top, you're going to locate the brake fluid reservoir. It's right here at the top. Right here. I'm just going to go ahead and loosen up the cap because again, when we compress the pistons, you want to let some of that air and fluid get back into the reservoir up here. So go ahead and loosen that up. Just be careful. Next, you're going to want to find the jacking points on your car. It's right there on this car, and I put a jack stand under mine as well just to make sure that it doesn't, well, just to make sure it's safe. Let's go ahead and get that wheel off. Alright, so next you need to have your little Audi center cap key removal tool. I actually don't have one, so I'm going to use a pick just like this in the frame. So what you're going to want to do is just put this right in here and give it a soft tug outward. See, comes right off. These are 17mm bits, and if yours has the special key, make sure you get the key. Mine was in the trunk. 17mm. Next, I already went ahead and turned the steering wheel over to the far right so I have a little bit more working space. So we can get all up in here. More working space. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I believe we just need a punch, just like this. I'm going to put on this brake pin, get a hammer on the other end, and we're just going to punch, 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 and in theory it should just come right out right here. You're always going to have some resistance with this retainer plate right here. So give me just a moment. I don't think we have to take these off, but I don't remember. It's been a while. One moment. Rubber mallet or a metal one. Hammer it a little bit more. Pretty sure it's coming right out. Okay, you're just going to pull these out. I'm just going to play with it for a few minutes. Once you hammer that top one off, it takes the pressure off this plate. See? And we're going to do the same one from this bottom one. Here's the plate. We're going to reuse this. These pads should come right out. Here, you should slide right out. Right now I'm just pulling it back outward so that it can compress the pistons. Since I'm tossing these pads anyway. If not, I have a tool for it regardless. See? This is your brake wear sensor. Go ahead and pull it off. You can probably get a flat head in here as well, just to kind of push it that way. So again, we're trying to compress the little pistons. But I'm going to play with this for just a few minutes. Alright, now I've got to remove the brake wear sensor. Oops, let me... right there. So there's a tab right under it. You probably can't see my thumb right here, but you got to push this little tab right down here where my thumb is. Push it in and it should, and pull it outward. It should come right out. Hopefully you heard that, but here it is. Put it off to the side. You should be able to slide this right down. It's kind of sitting on like a little cuff, so just wiggle it off. Okay. There's a brake wear sensor little holder cap right here. Just pry it off. Flip it off so that you can... Let me get a flat head. Should just be a little cap holding that on. That way it'll release this cable right here. And put the camera down. Okay, so once you loosen up that cap, it comes off like this. Take that off. Put this back on. I believe that could be what we would have to use to bleed the brake line, but anyways, there it is to the side. We get something in here and pry it off, but again it's held on like a little C-cup. Alright guys, so I was actually able to get the brake wear sensor off very smooth and easily. This one's still in really good shape. I'm actually going to reuse this one. Save myself the 20 bucks that it cost me for that replacement. But let's keep going. Got to take this pad out. Alright, so it's kind of wedged in there, so I'm going to get a big flathead screwdriver. Just kind of pry it off like this slowly. If you know of a better way, go for it. But this is what I'm going to do. Wedged in there. Alright. Okay. Got that off and put it down to the side. Now I'm going to try to compress the pistons with a tool. Let me zoom out. With a tool just like this. It's exactly what it looks like. You just place it in here and it pushes the calipers back in. Again, what this is doing, pushing the pistons back in. I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to do it for the top as well. Alright. I have everything all compressed back in. You'll see it on that side. And of course, you'll see it on this side as well. Everything looks good. I'm going to clean all this up with a wire brush, some brake cleaner, and then I'm going to put on some anti-seize, or the brake grease, I guess. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm just putting on some of the brake fluid material right here. Use your hands, fingers, whatever you want. I usually just try to spread it out. Give it a nice spread out like that. This is where the little pistons are going to make contact. I'm going to put some right here too. Good contacts. So hopefully it doesn't squeak. Okay. Alrighty. Now you take this, slide it right back in. Do the same thing for the inner one. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm going to go ahead and put on the retainer clip right here. You'll notice I put the brake lubricant on it as well. I'm going to push the push pins on it. Don't forget to reconnect your brake wear sensor. Again, I'm going to reuse mine, and then make sure that it's plugged in right there towards the back. This in with a punch in a moment. I'm going to get a punch to hammer both of these in. Alright, I got everything back in. I used a punch to get it in. This is what the finished product looks like. Just to give you an update, there's no need to use a rubber mallet like this because there's just not enough weight on it to get those push pin back in, brake pin back in. So I had to use however many weight this is, and it says it's a 4-pound hammer. And I had to use that, put a punch on this side, and then hit it in. That's the only way for me to get it in because there's quite a bit of resistance. But that pretty much completes this DIY. Again, this is changing out the front brake pads. The rears will be almost identical. Make sure you give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel in the bottom right hand corner, and I will see you on the next one.